Hey guys, Tom here. Happy Friday, happy hour Friday, and happy holidays, whichever one you celebrate. I hope it's a good one this season. And today on Happy Hour, I'm going to put my modern twist on a colonial Christmas classic. Stick around. So today I only have one drink for you, but I think it's kind of a good drink, and it's not a drink you're gonna get when you go into a bar. It's not a drink that a lot of people even really think of anymore, but I think it's a good drink. And if you're having people over for the holidays, it's something that you can have made up. If you think the day you're doing like your holiday baking, you make this base, you need a base to make this drink really well. You make it, you throw it in the freezer, you have it, and then whenever somebody comes over, you break it out, a cold night, you give this to them. It's a nice, rich, traditional holiday drink that you can serve, and it's gonna be great that you can share with your friends. And that is the Hot Buttered Rum. Now I know what you're thinking, Hot Buttered Rum. That's an old-time drink. It dates back to the colonial times before we were even an independent nation. Rum was very popular in the colonial period. It goes all the way back to, unfortunately, the slave trade days, where they had the trading triangle of slaves, molasses, and rum. They would bring the slaves from Africa over to the Caribbean and the West Indies, where they had the molasses, and they would take that, trade all that stuff, and just get the molasses and distill that into rum. And in the colonies, rum was a very popular drink. Actually, when I was reading up on this, it said back in, I think, the 1700s, people drank a lot, and they drank a lot of rum. They would drink as much as half a pint of liquor per day per person, which, you know, it's not really, it's like a cup. 8 ounces of liquor is half a pint. And I mean, I think that's a lot. Every day you're drinking that much. But it evolved, and people would drink hot drinks. It would warm them up on those cold, nights. They didn't have the heat and the insulation that we have nowadays, so they had to do different things to keep themselves warm during those harsh winter nights. And the Hot Buttered Rum was a drink that evolved out of that, and it's really simple to make. But what you have to do ahead of time is make the base. It's more than just rum and butter. I've seen it done, and if you go to a bar, which nobody does, all the time I tend to bar, nobody ever asks for one. If you ask somebody for hot buttered rum, they're gonna give you rum and either hot water or hot cider, which is typically how it's made, and they're gonna float a pat of butter on top, and you're gonna get a grease slick on top, and it's not really gonna be good. But what you wanna do is you wanna make a base ahead of time. Some people call it a hot buttered rum batter. So this is mine, and all I did was I took a half a stick of butter, softened butter, room temperature, and then I mixed in a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, mixed that in, a 1/4 cup of white sugar, 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, freshly grated, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground clove, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Mix that all in. And then I mixed in, just my touch, a little bit of honey, and then I whipped in pretty good a little bit of cream. And actually, I have seen where some recipes call for melted ice cream. And I guess that just kind of emulsifies it a little bit and gives it a little bit of richness and body. And what I did after that is I just put it in a bowl, put some plastic on it, and put it in the freezer. But I actually ended up freezing it into a log because I think that's going to be a little bit easier to work. Just wrap it up some plastic and put it in the freezer, and then you have your base. And how you make this drink is really, it's super simple. I can't even explain to you. So you get a glass or a mug. You know, obviously a nice festive holiday mug would be good, but I'm just gonna show you in a regular glass so you can see what's going on, but I would make it in a mug. So you want some rum. Typically, they would have used the rum that they had, which would have been kind of like a dark rum. But today, there's all kinds of rums that weren't available back then. Dark rum, flavored rum, golden rum, aged rum, spiced rum. And I think that opens up the possibilities for this drink. For me, I'm gonna use a combination. It's gonna be a little bit of spiced rum and a little bit of vanilla rum. I think the vanilla gives it a little bit of richness, and the spiced rum just gives it a little bit of warmth that you would get. It, you know, it enhances the spices that are already in your buttered rum butter. But you use whatever rum you have. This is gonna work great with whatever rum you have. Now, I just have a little spoon in this glass because I'm gonna put some hot liquid in here, and that's just gonna help me from keeping the glass from breaking. So then you want about a tablespoon of your rum butter base in each drink. And then finally, you can use hot cider, you can use hot water. I'm gonna use a little bit of hot water. So it's gonna be sweet, it's gonna be rich. You can mix that around if you want. And then for a little bit of garnish, I like to put just a little bit of orange peel. And then finally, a cinnamon stick. And that'll melt. You can stir it if you want. You don't have to, but that is a great drink for a cold Christmas season night to warm your guests, warm your friends. It's rich, it's spicy, it's creamy, it's everything you want on a cold winter's night, and it's gonna be fantastic, the hot buttered rum. So there you have it, guys, a classic American drink dating all the way back to the colonies. I hope you try it this Christmas season. If this is your first time here, please subscribe, hit that bell so each time something new comes out, you'll be notified. You can catch it right away. Try a hot butter rum this holiday season. Make up that mix ahead of time. It'll be easy to make after that. It's just hot water, rum, and your base, and you're gonna have a good time warming up your friends and family this holiday season. So until I see you next time, remember, take care of yourself and your home. Cheers.